Barten's hardware, especially those implants he generously donated you, contain codebase with malware that basically infect your mind. Now considering this is Barten, the most powerful object as of present, his malware almost certainly will pop back up. So this is just a temporary fix. It does give me an idea, but I'll recap you on everything again, okay? Barten is a valiant, heroic, altruist leader to the public, but privately he is a war criminal and megalomaniac whose every action is caused by his own beliefs or greed. His newest escapade, as my spies have discovered, is the revival of MonoSmiley.
What? MonoSmiley? He shouldn't be alive! He should be dead! How?
New technology developed just for the rich. You can revive dead people now and inject artificial life into them like a little syringe. Shwee! Only issue is you can't artificially replicate MonoSmiley. His evil and his sadism are emotions that are too impossible and complex for even the most advanced of artificial intelligence to replicate. Which means, in very simple terms, that this vainglorious, egotistical, selfish, hedonistic dictator just revived out of his stupid pride the most powerful force ever observed throughout object history. So right now, we are coming with a plan to stop any plans from MonoSmiley and also use this situation to have Barten overthrown or do it ourselves. Matter of fact, I've even organized and started uprisings in different parts of Barten's little dystopian utopia to help speed the process a little. Maybe even plant someone in MonoSmiley's killing game to stop it before it even starts.
Oh, so that's what this new old file you gave me before was for, Sir Palm?
No, it's Sir 3, but the UO list was... You know what? Sure. Yes, it was. We can even try using the code to program your cybernetic eye over here and have some spies pretend to be cyborgs with Barten's code and have them start an uprising from even closer within Barten to rightfully intimidate him further. What do you think, Agent Rook?
Well, the idea does entertain my taste quite well. I'd say as soon as
You've technically done it for longer now. Can't use that as an excuse now, can you?
But still, I have another better idea that we can do on the side to put Barten down even more.
Go on, I'm partially listening.
You might want to 1000% hear this to Sir Palm.
I like the confidence. Keep it tough. Overconfidence is very bad for the delicate object body, Luke.
Well, have you heard of the saying, my enemy's enemy is my friend?
Indeed I have. It's a very common saying.
Are you just gonna keep wasting my milliseconds of planning, or are you gonna get straight to it? Well, I've not been too up to date on modern pop culture, but I've heard of this one band of high popularity who opposes Barten heavily, and who Barten especially opposes.
The Notorious Redux. Heard of them. An interesting group of people they are. What about them?
Well, I was thinking really hard about this concept, and I think it's a good idea.
Great! Thinking is very good for keeping our brains in tip-top shape. Now cut the crap. How is this supposed to help us take down Barten?
Well, what if we anonymously sponsor a major concert for them in exchange for them to sing songs that provoke Barten? Now, if you'd allow me to explain myself, I can tell you directly how this plan is going to help us take Barten down more efficiently than what you have so far. I mean, you can do what you have also, but like, this idea is also good. As you might know, Barten has quite the ego and thinks of himself as a rightful savior. So what if you attacked it, huh? What if you had people publicly shame and insult him and he can't control it? Well, then he's gonna want to take charge, wouldn't he? He'll want to make some sort of power move, something to make him seem more superior than those that criticize him. And that will be his downfall, as we recorded quelling the concept. Whether he sends the military or an honest person or using some of the venue's CCTV, cameras to record the incident happening and save it to our cloud. something his government shows doesn't have the power to infiltrate. We didn't use that footage, sell it to news outlets, or even hand it to them for free. Who cares? And let them do the rest. And if you're wondering about the outlets being in favor of Barten, don't worry. Barten, that silly doofus, he listed in his constitution that his little utopia has the freedom of press, so he can't do anything. This massive news will break everyone's brainwashed state caused by Barten, and then Barten will get overthrown much easier. Thoughts?
I'm thinking, you know what? Solid plan. Let's go through with that. I sense a low likelihood of this incident going awry. Let's focus on that plan as well as my plan, right? Planting the UO in MonoSmiley's potential in killing him. To take him down too. Two separate pains, but we can manage. A pleasure to do business with you, Agent Rook.
Likewise, Sir Palm. Likewise.
you.